last night we went to church, and what they were talking about was gratefulness and being thankful and how important that is, not just for God, but for ourselves. Being grateful just reminds us of everything that we have, and what some of the things that we've been really talking about as a family the last couple of months is just being content and being grateful for what you have. It's been a little bit of a rough situation the last few months, and a lot of you guys that are close friends with us know that. And so we've really been trying to use this as an opportunity to teach the kids and even, make it more apparent in ourselves that we have a lot to be grateful for. We have a lot to be thankful for. And sometimes it gets hard when times are rough to remember that. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of the things that we haven't really been public about. Some things that I've been grateful for. It really got me thinking last night, and I thought that maybe I could tell you guys about it. So whenever we decided, we're going to move to Virginia, we just knew we were just going to do it. Okay, we felt led by the Lord to do that, and we said, okay. We didn't have a plan. We had rough plans, but we didn't have like a plan. When it came to selling the house, we just did step one. Hey, get the house ready. Let's sell the house. Okay, step one was complete. We moved out, but we didn't have anywhere to actually go in the RV. We hadn't got that far in the plan. And we said, okay, well, if the Lord wants us to do this, He'll provide the way. And at like the 12 o'clock hour, the day before that was supposed to happen, we had someone text us and say, hey, you guys can come stay with us, stay on our property. So that was like a huge blessing. It wasn't planned. We didn't have it all set up ahead of time. And it just worked out at that last moment. It just worked out exactly like it was supposed to. So then we were in step two. And step two was that Chris and Mike would come up to Virginia and start getting things ready for us to move the RV up. And at that point, we didn't have a way to even bring the RV up. And we knew that, but we said, okay, if the Lord wants this to happen, He's going to provide a way. So, we tried not to stress about it. We tried not to think about it. We tried not to make things happen. Sometimes it's easy to try to make things happen your own way instead of being patient and waiting on God to figure it out for you. He already has a plan. So a friend texted Chris and said, hey, I'd really like to help you guys. And they offered to bring the RV up for us since we didn't have a truck. So it's just one miracle, one thing after another that just kept happening. And when Chris and Mike got up here to Virginia, and me and the younger kids were in Florida, the plan was just, get up here and rough it out for a few months. We knew that it would be difficult. It would be pretty hard. There's nowhere to put the RV, all those kind of things. Like there's no water, there's no well, there's no electricity, all those kind of stuff. But we were prepared to handle that. We were prepared as a family to dig in real deep and get that done. But once they got up here, one of a member of our family, we'll just call him G2P. That'll be his name. He would like to remain anonymous. So G2P said, hey, I'm in the middle of trying to move and I have my house. You guys can come stay at my house. And so it just happened, one thing after another thing of things that we can be grateful for. And last night I was thinking about that. I was going to bed, all the things that happened that we didn't make happen. We didn't ask, we didn't, strive and fight to get here. But one thing after another, God, He prepared the way. He already had it planned out. He already had it fixed for us. And so there's a lot to be grateful for. We have a lot to be thankful for, even when times are rough, even when even when, things aren't working out the way that we want them to or the way that we think they should. We can stop and think about all those little miracles along the way and remember that God is always faithful.
To follow up with what Brandy was talking about thankfulness, we have so much to be grateful for, to be thankful for. I think the biggest thing is God's really shown us that family is all around you. I know that often people will talk about, their church family, things like that. We have kind of really ran with that over the last 7 years. What I mean by that is we will get to know people really well, we'll build relationships with them, and then they're an aunt, or they're an uncle, or they're a grandfather, or they're a whatever. Often I feel like families are very picky choosy of who is in it. Like, you need to have a blood relation with that person for them to be deemed as family. But in our experience, it's just about accepting people and taking them for who they are and where they are. It's really about mitigating the expectancy of a person. So you're not over expecting or under expecting. You're just taking them for who they are and where they are. Our thankfulness is, it's something you just get wrapped up in, is what it is. Just like Brandy had said, we didn't really have like one of those fine-tooth plans. It was more of a 30,000 foot plan. Kind of looking down, seeing what logistical things needed to be taken care of. But just like Brandy had said, all of our plans, a better plan had already been made, and we just walked into that plan. So even though, we've had our trials, we've had trials for days and days. I mean, years of trials. But even in those trials and obstacles and things like that, we would support each other. Brandy would be down and I would remind her of what to be thankful for. And then I would be down and Brandy would remind me of what to be thankful for. So even now, we've moved across country. Everything that we thought was a giant, as it were, was not even a giant. It was a plan that God already made, and we just walked into it. So, one of the things that I think should be said of what we're thankful for is, we've been doing this 100-day challenge. We're only on day 3, but, we're really thankful for you all, because you all are liking the page, obviously, which, that's just a metric. But, it shows us, that people do care what we do. So our plan today has now changed, as it does fairly often. Our plans change, pretty often. Maybe sometimes 6 times a day. So now we're going to go out to the property. It is roughly 3:30. We've gotten stuff done here at the house. So now we're going to go out there. We're going to do Trace, me, and Mike are all going to go stay at the cabin tonight. Then tomorrow it will be me, Dalen, and Elijah Lee staying at the cabin at night. We're going to do that just so we can keep on schedule for the property. We don't really have a deadline, but it's very beneficial to get work done every day that we can. The next 3 days are supposed to be without rain. Today it's supposed to rain probably right when we get to the property. So, but we're gonna have a lot of fun today, and we're gonna take y'all on a trip over to the property.
Hi guys, so it's my turn to say things that I am grateful for. For me, it has been a really rough week, as some of you know. Sorry for some of the pessimism, I guess, I've shown in the past video. It has been a really rough week for me. Not only just the hard work that we have been, having to deal with, but on top of that, I've had to deal with cramping, severe cramping, and stomach aches and nausea and stuff like that while we're working. So it was not a good day for me when we were cutting down the trees. I did not feel good. I felt horrible the whole entire day. It was really bad. I was just really sick, and I'm feeling a lot better today, so that's one thing I'm grateful for, thankful for. I'm thankful that I feel better today. I'm also thankful that we got a lot of work done. Even though the work was really hard, we still got it done. So that's one thing I'm grateful for. Another thing I'm grateful for is that after we're done working, I get to come back to where we're staying and eat ice cream. So that makes everything better, ice cream. Ice cream is a must when you are doing hard work. So yeah, that is, how many things was that? I think 3. 3 things that I'm grateful for. 3 things that I'm grateful for. Right now, as you've heard, we are about to go and go out to the property to work some more. And I'm trying to have a good attitude about it, and I feel a lot better today, like I said. So I'm going to just push through, get it done, and hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have more things to be thankful and grateful for. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.
How are you feeling today, baby? What is the
I'm really tired and I don't feel good today.
Oh yeah. You want to tell our friends about your slip story last night?
So last night it was rainy and wet, and we were walking out of the RV, and I stepped off the step onto the porch, and I busted it. I busted it hard, and my leg went down and got stuck, and I smashed my whole left side, so it's not feeling so good today. And we had a late night because we were trying to upload the video, so we had to stay in town until it was uploaded because we don't have internet. So we all stayed up. We didn't even get back till like 11:30 last night. So we all stayed up, which isn't good for my health. And then the smashing wasn't very good. So I'm kind of going slow today. I'm taking it easy, but I am thankful because it could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. I could have woke up this morning feeling a lot worse. So I'm just grateful that I am not hobbling around, and that I didn't get hurt as much as I could have. The way I fell, really, I could have broke my leg. It was not good. And thank God Chrissy was there, because he helped me.
My side of that story goes, I was in the RV, the door was open, Brandy was going out. I looked behind me to look at that sweet Elijah Lee, and I was like, oh, what a sweet honey bear. and then I turned around and Brandy was on the ground. It happened in a blink of an eye. It was very crazy. She hit pretty hard. I'm basing that off of, one, the thud of her hitting the deck, and two, how fast she was falling. So yeah, it's not the first time either. It had reminded me of a story that I would love to share with you all.
Oh no.
It was in Texas. It was when Brandy was still in the Army, and I waved bye to her, you know, I was like, bye babe, and she had a coffee cup, right? She had a coffee cup in her hand, and she was turning the van, right? Like turning to get, you know, around the van to get to the driver's side, and so she was like, bye, and then all of a sudden it was sideways. It's hilarious. Brandy has pretty bad balance, but you know, again, we are very thankful that she did not get seriously injured. I know that my head is growing bunny ears, but that's a common thing because of, you know, 4 kids. So yeah.
Hey guys, so we're here at the property and we are dropping off Michael, Trace, and Chrissy, and they are going to stay here tonight. They're going to get a little bit of work done and spend the night in the cabin. And me and little Elijah Lee and Sissy are going to stay in town where we're staying at G2P's and get some stuff done there. And so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I think we're dropping them off now, and we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure. Just drive around, kind of see whatever we can find that's cool. So we'll take you guys along with us.
Looks like it could possibly pop.
Here we are at the property. You can see Mike in the background. Trace Bear on the swing. What we're doing today is having fun. If you can see it, there we go. You see that boat? Trace Bear's about to be on the boat. He's gonna wear a life vest because he's not the strongest swimmer. And we have that Spaddle Dock that we were talking about before. It's like lily pads, but will drown you quicker. So we're gonna have a lot of fun out here. Tonight's dinner, which I will be cooking, hosted by me, obviously, is gonna be potatoes, onions, garlic, and deer. So it's gonna be really yummy. I'll be sure to make a video for y'all on how I'm doing it. It's really good. All right.
Flip them.
Trace is in the water.
Because my life vest is so huge. Ah, no. Oh, now it's kind of scary.
Okay, Trace, lift up your oar and look at it. See how it's cupped? It needs to be cupped to go that way. Yep, both sides need to be like that. There you go. And if you got to pull it up towards you some to get them out of the water more, then you do that.
Stay far away from that log.
Why?
There's a wasp on it, and you don't want to be near it.
And Trace will figure it out, y'all. All right, so with our meal today, this is the main components of the meal. Really, if you have potatoes, onions, and garlic, you're good with just those 3. We're gonna be adding in what Mike's holding, which is deer burger. We're gonna be cooking it on all cast iron because that's the best way to cook. So I'll get all this, finish getting it cut up. I still have maybe twice as much as this for us 3 to cut up. So stick around. Letting this thing cook down here. Y'all are in for a family secret recipe that yours truly came up with on the fly. So it's not really a secret. Well, it's definitely not a secret if y'all know it. But most of my family, being like Mike and Trace and Brandy, they know it. So either way, if y'all use this, listen, the key, okay, this is absolute key. You've got to let the potatoes cook. They have to fry. Fight the urge to flip them, okay? You're wanting about 15 minutes on each side, okay? So if you cut them in 3 sides, 45 minutes to be able to fry up the potatoes, right? So that's just a little insider scoop from me to you. We are now almost done, y'all. Almost done. Oh, it's good. It's good food here. It's good food, okay? We've got our onions in. We've got our garlic in. We've got our deer in. And we've got our potatoes in. The potatoes have fried. It's good. Don't worry about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the kids are up to. Now that we have sauteed and fried what needs to be fried and sauteed, I know, listen, I know. It's not a looker, okay? It's a taster. That's what it is. This here is about to be gold, is what's happening here, okay? Notice these here pieces, these are garlic. I'm keeping them fresh, okay? Right here, let me zoom in. All the culinary people out there, y'all already know you want to keep your garlic fresh. You don't want your garlic to be over fried or black or whatever, okay? That's not what you want, all right? You want it to be garlic, right? Trace is gonna jump in this pond right now. Here he goes. And now Mike's gonna go in because he can't be the cowardice old brother, right? He can't be in there. Hopefully he jumps in so he can keep his reputation.
It's freezing.
They're doing a great job. Look at them guys.
Oh my god. It's so cold.
No children were harmed in the filming of this.